This is the first part of an 8-part programme that I'm putting together. This is thanks to the lottery fund coming from the Arts Council of Northern Ireland. We're going to do 8 weeks of this training. It's going to be 10-minute warm-up, getting a bit physical exercise, 10-minute technique, and then 10-minute form or kata, where we practice that technique in a routine. It's all about self-training, so even though things have been slightly relaxed, we are still in a situation where we can't necessarily train together, we can't go to classes together. So the whole purpose of this is purely to get people training still, get people exercising, and get people to still practice their forms. So I have been doing classes weekly for the past 13 weeks, 12 weeks, something like that, and we've been going through technique. There will be some repeats of that, but it's again just a chance to get everyone into the online room, if you like, and do a little bit of training. Now, I do apologise if you lose any of my head whilst I'm filming this. The camera is turned around so that when I do things to you, it's the right way around. When I change the camera on Facebook, it flips the image, which I don't want it to happen. So apologies if you lose my head, but hopefully I will stay in shot. I do have a little camera down here just to make sure, but it's quite far away and it's slightly delayed as well, so I'll do my best. Anyway, bear with me a second. Right, okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds exercise, 30 seconds rest. We're starting with knees up, so we're going to run on the spot. I want you to bring your knees up as high as you can, get those arms pumping and get it going as fast as you can as well. So 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, here we go. That's it, keep those knees up, nice and high, 30 seconds, keep it going, lots of energy. There we go, that's 10 seconds, 20 to go. The purpose of these classes as well is you shouldn't need too much room, or anything that I do can be adapted if you don't have the space. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake it out, just relax. Whew. Dear me, next one, we're going to do horse stance punching. So, nice wide stance here, guard up. We're going to punch left, right, continuously for 30 seconds. So just relax, a few more seconds to go. Nice wide stance, guard up, 30 seconds, start punching. Make sure there's a twist in the body as well, so you're working your core as well as your arms. Keep your elbows in after each punch, don't let them come out to the side. And your guard is up. 5 seconds, keep it going. And relax, shake it out. Oh dear, I'm tired already. Okay, so the next one we're going to be doing is side lunges. So continuous movement, we're going to step to the side and lunge. Come back to centre, side and lunge. Come back to centre, side and lunge. Continuous for 30 seconds. A few more seconds rest. Okay, here we go. And 30 seconds. Make sure they're nice and deep. Work to your own ability. So wherever you're comfortable. Speed as well. Don't go too fast. Get the stretch, which is probably more important. Okay, you don't want to buckle the knee or go over on the ankle. 5 more seconds. And relax. Good, shaking it out. Okay, one of my favourites next. Bit of a combination. We're going to go through these techniques afterwards. So you're going to go jab, cross, and then you're going to duck away from this straight arm. If you joined me in previous weeks, we'd have done this. Now when we duck, you go away, but you keep your eye line up. So you're not bending at the waist, bend from the legs. So you're ducking in a circular motion. Jab, cross, duck. Here we go. 30 seconds. Keep it going. And just change, you're doing it on the opposite. Jab, cross, duck the other way. 15 more seconds. Good, shake it out. Oh, sumo squats, lovely. Okay, next one. Nice wide stance. Going to squat down again to a comfortable position and rise. Straighten your legs, but don't lock them. You don't want to put your knees under pressure. So down, straighten, down, straighten, down, straighten. 30 seconds, here we go. Keep it going, nearly halfway there. Ten seconds left. Really feel it. Opening out the groin area and warming your thighs up. And stop. Shake it out. Next one of my favourites. Straight leg kick. Okay, so we're here, got soft legs, soft knees even. Going to kick up nice and straight. Make sure you're not bending at the knee. Keep your foot flexed. So we're not pointing it, we're flexing it. Okay? So we're going to do one step, then we ball change, and then we do the other leg. Ball change, other leg, and so on. 30 seconds, here we go. I'll change direction for you. Halfway. Just turn back to the front. And shake it out. Well done, everybody. Whew, next one, uppercuts. So again, we're going to be in a horse stance, guard up. We're going to dip our body slightly, dropping the fist that you're going to punch, and it's going to come up. Nice and straight, nice and strong. It's not like a cartoon, wind it up. Strong punch back to your guard. Strong punch back to your guard. Each time changing. Okay, 30 seconds. Again, make sure you're keeping that guard. Elbows in, protecting your sternum. Rotating at the wrist, warming up the core. But making sure you've always got that guard in front. Five seconds. Okay, and shaking it out. Well, I don't know where you guys are doing this, but this is my garage. And it is warm in here today. The sun's been beating down on it. And it is hot. Oh, fun one, this one. Lunge walks. Okay, so you're just going to step. Dropping your knee to the floor, don't bang it on the floor. Rising up, step. If you don't have much room, and I'll take you to about there, you're then going to change direction, dropping the opposite knee, step, and walking again. So each step, there's a lunge. 30 seconds, go. Step, and step. Turn in if you're running out of room, step, and step. If you want to just change direction altogether, go this way. Mix it up a little bit if you want, as long as you're coming up and down on each step. Nearly there. 10 more seconds. Feel those thighs burning. Here we go. I may have gone out of shot here. Apologies if I have. Whew. And that's about it. Oh, check those legs out. Crikey. Where are we? Kick the bum. Oh, right, okay. Running again. This time we're going to be kicking our bum on each step as fast as we can. Whew. 10 more seconds rest. This is when I regret forgetting to bring my water bottle in. Okay, 5 more seconds, and then we're going to get started. Whew. And kick your bum. So on each step, make sure your foot is hitting your bum. If you want to, you can place your hands behind, so you know you're kicking. It's entirely up to you. Just keep that rhythm. Keep it going. Try and go as fast as you can, but again, to your own level, your own ability. If you start to feel it's too much, then of course slow down and stop. Okay, good, well done. Last exercise, it is punch and kicks. Okay, so it's continual punching whilst continual kicking. So these kicks aren't power kicks or anything, they're just more flicks. So you're flicking your leg in front, punching at the same time. Whew. 10 seconds. Feeling okay? Give me the thumbs up. On the screen, give us a wave. Throw us some hearts there if you like, that'd be nice. Okay, punching and kicks. Opposite foot to arm. Don't worry about the height, don't worry about power, it's about consistency. So keep it going. Here we go. Whew. 10 more seconds. And 1. Stop. Shake it out, grab some water if you have it. Whew. Okay, so really regretting not having my water here. So what we're going to do now is look at a little bit of technique. I'm going to try and get my breath back at the same time. Can't guarantee that's going to happen. So these techniques which we're looking at today, I think I touched on them on week 1, week 2 when we started our isolation classes. These are slightly different. We're calling these solo classes, and these are all going to be available on the YouTube channel, which I'll talk to you about at the end, plus some little bite-sized classes. So they're 30 seconds up to 3 minutes long, so just one technique on these bite-sized. So if you're not sure on how to do these and you want to revisit, this class will be on the YouTube page later tonight or tomorrow, but the bite-sized classes already are. There's a couple up there. These are the 2 that we're going to look at now. So if you've seen the bite-sized classes, then this is a bit of a recap for you, but we are going to do a couple of extra ones as well. So first of all, the jab. So our guard's going to be up. So we're going to have soft knees, okay? Don't want them overly bent, just want them soft. You want your front foot facing towards your partner. So we're turning it in slightly. This is just to close off the pelvis. We don't want any kicks coming in into the pelvis. So it's just to protect ourselves slightly. And we're softening the knees. The back foot is going more at a right angle. So we're softening the knees. Guard is going to be up. My guard varies from different guards. It depends on your style of training, where you trained, who you trained with. I tend to have a guard that keeps my fists kind of parallel by my cheekbones here, and I keep my elbows in. That's to protect my sternum. Okay, you always want to keep this narrow field here so we can see through, but we're also protecting. Other fighting stances will have their guard out here. Okay, that is fine as well. Whatever style you've trained in is fine. If you haven't trained and you want to just do what I'm doing, that is great. I'll go through this just in case anyone's unsure. Thumbs go on the outside. Don't fall to that mistake of putting your thumbs on the inside, which some people do. Thumbs go on the outside, running along the line of the knuckle. Relaxed guards, don't tense up. If you tense up, you're going to use more energy than you need, and that's the same in stage combat as it is for martial arts and boxing as well, okay? So we're in our guard position here. The jab, thank you, comes off the front arm. What I mean by that, my left leg is forward, my left arm is forward, this is my front arm. So my jab is going to come from my front arm, okay? All I'm going to do is I'm going to extend that arm, okay, and I'm aiming for a mirror image of myself to my partner's nose, call it that, okay? So it's going to come straight out to the nose and back again. Now, as this comes out, a couple of things to watch out for. Don't lift this elbow. You don't need to bring the elbow up and out here. That will slow you down, it will also telegraph your movement, and it doesn't look as good if this is for stage purposes. So keep your guard in, it's going to come straight out. As soon as it's fully extended, it's going to come straight back. You'll notice as well, if I turn it sideways, my shoulders are slightly up. So as this punch is up here, my shoulders up here, and this just helps protect me as well. Don't drop your arm down here. If I'm punching here, there's no protection, okay? And I'm also dropping my target, okay? So just keep your shoulder up. One thing that a lot of people do, which I want you to, if you're not in that bad habit already, I don't want you to pick this bad habit up, and that is to lean forward on jabs, okay? So they're leaning in. What happens is they tend to take their gaze down, so they're looking down to the floor. Also, their weight is now shifted, it's limited to what they can then do. So extend, back. Keep your torso where it is, don't lean, and you don't need to twist either. It's a quick movement, it's a jab. Now, jabs are great. Obviously, they're there for punching, but you can also distract someone with it. You can push them away with it. If a punch is coming in, you can punch away. You can use it as a block as well. So, straight out, straight back. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it orthodox, which is if you're right-handed, left foot forward, right foot back, guard up, and then we change it to southpaw, which is when we're on the opposite side. Always practice both sides. So, guard is up, jab comes out and in. We're going to do 10 of those. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out, change southpaw. Right foot is forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Good. So that's the jab. If you want to go over that in a bit more detail, please check out the bite size clip on my YouTube channel. 2 seconds. Sorry. Ooh, battery's running low on my clock, so hopefully it won't go before the end of class. Okay, so we've done our jab. Now we're going to look at the cross. So some people call it the cross, some people call it the straight, some people say they're 2 different things. Strictly speaking, they are 2 different things. You'll find in a lot of literature and martial art clubs that you go to, they'll refer to the cross or the straight and they use it as the same thing. For training references, when it comes to my stage combat classes, I use the term cross punch, but you'll also hear it called rear hand punch or reverse punch as well. They're pretty much the same thing. The more you train and the more advanced you get, you will notice there are some slight differences between the cross and the straight. But at this point, there's no point going over that fine detail. It's about getting the technique of the movements first of all before we branch out further. So don't worry about it at basic level for stage combat. Okay, so a guard is up. So for the cross, it comes off the back arm. So I'm in orthodox again. So my left foot's forward. I'm going to punch with the right fist here. So what's going to happen on this? As the punch comes forward, I'm also going to be twisting at the hip. My knee is coming through. This is just generating a little bit more power. Now again, when it comes to stage combat, we don't necessarily want that power, so it's about having the control. And again, on the bite-sized clips, there'll be a class in the next few days or tomorrow about control and reverse energy. But don't worry about it for now. We're turning this to create the power, and we're pulling back. So the jab has come in, and that will stun our opponent, it will put them off guard, and this cross punch here is the killer. This is going to knock them to the floor, or that's your hope anyway. So, as this comes through, again, we're going to turn it so our knuckles are horizontal. We're twisting at the hip, okay, generating power. And if you want to create more power, don't think about pushing this shoulder forward. Think about pulling this shoulder back instead. So as this is coming through, pull your left shoulder back, and that will create the power, and it comes straight back to your guard position. Never finish a punch and just drop it, okay? As soon as you punch, pull it back. So, a few steps there. We're going to extend the arm. We're twisting the knee. This is both on the right. At this point, I'm now pulling my left shoulder back, creating some power, and I'm pulling it in. On both punches, don't have tension until the last moment. That point of contact is where you want to tense up. So it's nice and loose, it extends, and that's when I'm going to tense and pull back. Tense and pull back. Tense and pull back. Okay? So again, we're going to practice this on the right side and then practice on the left side. So orthodox to start with, left foot forward. 10 punches, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, switching round. Oh, it's so hot. Okay, so this time coming on the left. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and shake it out. Whew, dearie me. Right, okay. Last thing I'm going to look at, just because the form that we're going to do in a minute is going to involve some of these, and that is snap kick. Now again, this sounds confusing, and it really isn't, but I want to go through it with you. Terminology quite often differs from martial art to martial art. So sometimes you'll hear one teacher in one martial art call a certain move one thing, and then you'll go to another club and an instructor will call it something slightly different. It may be because it's a different style, it could be to the instructor's training. So when it comes to stage combat, it gets more confusing because at least with martial arts you have a style and you stick with it. But stage combat takes lots of different styles from all over the place, and we use it to train actors to create fighting. So sometimes we'll be using terminology that other teachers really won't recognise. So again, when I train, I just try and make sure that my students understand my terminology. Same when I go into fight director, make sure the actors understand the movements that I'm instructing them to do. So this first one is going to be the snap kick, okay? The snap kick, it's a front kick, so it's coming in a forward direction, and we're going to be using the back leg, so it's a rear foot front kick. So the knee is going to come up to the height of the kick, okay? Don't lift the knee any higher, it's wasted energy. Our guard is still up. I'm going to point my toes down, so there's a straight line from my knee all the way down to my toes, and I'm then going to extend the lower half of my leg and snap it back. And then I can place the kick back again. So we have snap kick, place back, snap kick, place back, okay? Same if you're on the other side, it's a front foot, back leg snap kick, okay, so it's coming up. Lift the knee, snap it, place it down, place it down, place it down, okay? So all you've got to remember is when you lift that knee, point those toes, point them down, okay? Extend the leg. You don't need to lift the knee anymore. So once you've lifted the knee, when you do the snap kick, don't try and lift it any higher. You lift the knee to the height that you want it, then you extend and place down, all right? So let's do 10 on each side once again. So our left foot is forward, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, change your feet. And again, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good, shake that. Okay, so there's 3 techniques I've gone through quite quickly. So again, don't rush this. If you're not sure on the technique, check out those bite-sized clips. What we're going to do now, we've got about 10 more minutes. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put these moves into a basic form, or a basic kata, whichever you want to think of it as. The purpose of that is it gives you the chance just to practice these moves and put it into a little bit of context, if you like. We're going to repeat the moves a lot, so don't worry if you haven't quite got it. The idea is you're going over the moves time and time again, and it just gets you a little bit more comfortable with that movement and with the flow. So, what we're going to do is just going to start off here, okay, just in a normal relaxed stance here, okay. I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to open it out, turning to face this direction here, okay, and as I do that, I'm going to block. So the idea, someone's throwing a punch in, I'm just blocking it, yeah, boom, here. So, relaxed stance, I'm going to step and block, okay. At this point, I've brought my left hand up to a guard. I'm now going to jab, cross, jab, then I'm going to duck, okay, so I'm not going to be ducking away from my jab. So relaxed stance, we have block, jab, cross, jab, duck. We're going to take a little step, we call it an advance. I'm stepping with my front foot and joining. So we have step with a jab, cross, jab, duck. So we're just repeating, and we're going to do it once more, so there's 3 in total. Step, jab, cross, jab, duck. Okay? And we're just going to finish that cycle with 1 more jab. Okay? So all we're doing is jab, cross, jab, duck. And we're just doing that 3 times. So start that once again. So we're here, nice and relaxed. We look, always look at your attack first of all. So we look, step and block. Into your guard, jab, cross, jab, and duck. Step in, jab, cross, jab, and duck. Step in, jab, cross, jab, and duck, finishing with a jab. Okay? Now we're going to practice it on the other side. So we've just started that with our left foot, okay, so we're in our orthodox position. Just need to move away, so I'm by my bag quite close here. I'm just going to take my back foot, slide it across, okay? So, someone's behind me, I'm going to look behind, slide it across, blocking. So again, I'm just blocking that punch that's coming in. This time, I'm punching with the right. I'm now in southpaw, okay? So I blocked, come back to my guard. Jab, cross, jab, duck. Step forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Step forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Finishing with a jab. So I've just repeated that first section, but going the opposite direction on the opposite side. Okay, let's put those two sections together. So we're nice and relaxed. We look, we block, jab, cross, jab, duck. Step forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Step forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Finishing with a jab. Look, block, jab, cross, jab, duck. Step forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Step forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Finishing with a jab. Now, when you do that step forward each time, when you do that advance, you advance and the jab follows straight away. Don't step, jab, merge them together. So it comes straight out. Okay, let's do those first two sections once more. Okay, so relaxed arms, look, step and block. Jab, cross, jab, duck. Advance, jab, cross, jab, duck. Advance, jab, cross, jab, duck. Look over the shoulder, step and block. Jab, cross, jab, duck. Advance, jab, cross, jab, duck. Advance, jab, cross, jab, duck. Finishing with the jab. Okay? Now I'm going to look over my left shoulder and I'm going to turn. I'm going to bring this leg in and we're going to do 3 kicks coming forward, the snap kicks. 1, place down. Coming in off the opposite leg. 2, place down. And then 3rd kick. 3, place down, finishing with a jab. Okay? We're now going to slide this leg across, turning back, and we're just going to put a block in again. So as we turn here, I'm hopefully in shot, I'm just going to move back. We place the foot across, we look. As we turn, we put a block in. Come back to your guard. 3 kicks going this way, same thing. Kick, place down. Kick, place down. My bag's in the way. Finally, kick, place down. Good. There we are. Okay, from this point here, I'm just going to finish with a jab. Place my foot across, turn and lower the arms. Okay, so that's our form. We're practicing just those 3 moves that we did for technique. Let's go through it all the way from the top. So in a nice relaxed stance here. We look, we step and we block. Jab, cross, jab, duck. Step forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Step forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Finishing with a jab. Looking over, step across and block. Jab, cross, jab, duck. Stepping forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Stepping forward, jab, cross, jab, duck. Finishing with a jab. Turning, so we're now coming forward. Snap kick forward. Snap kick forward. Snap kick forward. Finishing with a jab. Slide the foot and block. Snap kick forward. Snap kick forward. Snap kick forward. Finishing with a jab. Foot across. And finish here. Okay, brilliant, well done. So go over that form. For those of you that have done classes before now with me on FaceTime, on Facebook, sorry. Oh, that's my alarm going off. For those of you that have done classes before, I do ask you to send videos in of your training. These next 8 weeks of classes, they're courtesy of lottery funding from the Arts Council Northern Ireland. So I'm putting a little project together. So please send stuff in. It would be great to have some footage of you practicing at home that I can present to the Arts Council, show them how useful stage combat is. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to message me on Facebook. If you've got my phone number or email, again, you can just email me as well. And I want to start to use people for a little project that I'm doing with the Arts Council. Please do get in contact. Please do send me little videos. Jill sent me one last week, fantastic, practicing in the garden with lightsabers and her husband. Marina and Morgan sent me videos in there looking great as well. So just send me stuff with you training, going through these techniques, going through these forms. If you've got any questions, send them in. If you've got any requests of things you'd like to do, send them in. They won't necessarily fit into these this solo training session of fights, but they're definitely something I can be putting on YouTube. Speaking of which, thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed. I needed to have 100 subscribers in order to give my YouTube channel a URL, and about 30 minutes before today's class I got that. I got my 100. So please tell people to subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more I can provide through YouTube. So it's youtube.co.uk /com, can't remember which, / fight right classes. Yes, I think that's right. I'll put it on the on the Facebook message under this video after today's class. But thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for continuing to come along and joining with these classes. I'm having great fun doing all these little videos and bits and bobs. So please keep coming back, doing more, and let me know what it is you want to do. Thank you again, and I'll see you next week. See you later.